Something has changed these last few weeks. AI tools are suddenly doing things that have caused a frenzy from Wall Street to Silicon Valley. Software stocks melting down. Computer programmers shocked by what they're witnessing, for better and for worse. Now, if you're still using AI the same way you did a few months ago, you might be perplexed by this reaction. I'd have been too until a few weeks ago, until the release of Claude Code. This simple, unassuming looking desktop tool has been an unquestionable driver of that frenzy. And I'll show you how to use it in just a couple of minutes. It's actually quite easy. But first, some recent history. Nobody expected this, not even Claude's parent company. An employee at Anthropic built code as a personal hobby. But it turns out that when you put an LLM in your command terminal, kind of like, those old DOS systems, and you connect that terminal to every other capability in your computer, some crazy stuff happens. Imagine like ChatGPT that can connect to anything. Extract a brief from hundreds of websites, create a 5,000-page PDF manual, make video games. You can make video games. Charts, slideshows, it's all a piece of cake now. And I'll show you how within 3 minutes. And you'll see pretty quickly why companies that make software are nervous, because you and I can make software now. Okay, so here's step one. Download the program. Very easy. Once the program is downloaded, you go to your terminal. That's step two. You type Claude, and it launches the LLM in your terminal. It'll ask for permissions. For every new task in every session, you have to give it permission to access a directory or program. So I've given it permission here, and now I want it to do the following. I want it to analyze thousands of pages of documents, maybe tens of thousands, from transcripts, testimony, public comments from legislative hearings in 2 state legislatures that passed AI laws. I want a report on the best arguments for and against AI regulation from those different committees in different states. And I want links so I can check those sources and make sure they're accurate. Oh, and I'll also ask for a couple of charts. I want an Excel file and a bar chart categorizing these different positions. I can have this thing within 10, 15 minutes. And we can even speed this up. We can hire agents. I'll ask Claude to task separate agents for Colorado and Illinois, one for each state. And when I ask for it, Claude tells me it's already done it. So what this means is I have 2 systems working at the same time. One agent going through the legislative hearings in Colorado, the other through Illinois. At the end, they'll come together and give me my report and my charts. Now, here's something I just used it for, to prep a morning briefing document for myself every day. It's something you can use easily for your work. Claude built the code for this on my desktop, and now it's on the web. It's at dailyaIdigest.net. So every morning, I get an email digest of the latest developments in AI. Now, I had an idea of what I wanted. I asked Claude Code to scour multiple websites, hacker chat boards, trending tools on GitHub, company websites, academic papers, and I gave it 2 assignments. Extract the most popular topics from these different websites, like what's creating buzz, what's trending in the AI world. But since some of this is really complex, technical stuff, there's a second task. Step 2 is summarize all of this material for non-programmers, right for mid-career professionals trying to understand how to use AI better, like me. Then I asked it to email me this digest every morning and post it on the internet. So I get an email, I get a website updated. You can check out the website if you're interested. Now, here's something else I couldn't do a month ago. I got it to train a machine learning tool to predict stock market returns based on historical data. It took 5 minutes. Let's talk video games. I've made like 3 video games in the last month. I think this is a huge use case, one that could change the way we teach. Imagine your organization's onboarding. Instead of PowerPoints, you could do simulations, tests, games. It's not only more fun, but you can gather data from these experiments. See what your employees and colleagues, what they know, what they don't know, and you can use that data to keep improving your training materials. It's like a loop of constantly evolving instruction. Teachers could create 1 game and tune versions for 15 different students based on strengths and weaknesses, like just by typing into the command line. Timmy's bad at long division. Sarah struggles with irregular verbs. Then, you could tweak the game in 5 minutes and make customized versions for different students. For parents, the use cases are endless. I've created games that improved my child's reading and math and focus on the piano. And here's the honest truth. I did not feel this way about AI 2 months ago. I thought it was hitting a wall, like a loss of momentum. which I welcomed to a certain extent because it meant that humanity could catch its breath and catch up with the capabilities and prepare. But now I got this new feeling almost every day. It's a mixed feeling. On the one hand, awe, like I'm inspired by what's now possible. But I'll be honest, I'm also a little bit scared. And I think some people are as well on Wall Street and in Silicon Valley. And so now you know what's caused this frenzy. It's a pretty simple tool, and that's how you use it, and you can use it too.